Moving on to our next step, which is our light stretch. Remember when you were so small and you could just run and run without really ever getting tired? Or how about when you would bend yourself into all sorts of different positions? You know, you were 4 or 5, you were as limber as can be, and you had absolutely no sense of distance. Now here we are, all tense and tight. We sit too much. Many of us are not exercising enough. We don't sleep in the best positions. And we're not nearly as loose. Your goal with this light stretch is to simply make a series of circles from your feet to your head. And as we do this, we are again continuing to identify where we may have pain and tightness and tension. Locate it so that you can let it go. So we're starting with our feet. And with our feet, we're going to transfer the weight to one side, let's say with our right, lifting up the left foot and making an outward circle. With that ankle, you might hear that ankle crack. Do what you can and as you can. Only go as far as you can. Gonna do that about 5 times and then back the other way, 5 times in. My foot's cracking. Once you get to that 5th repetition, transfer the weight to the right side, and you're going out 5 times, as you can and what you can do, and back in 5 times, as you can and what you can. Moving on now up to the knees. Transferring your weight, you might need a little chair or something next to you, or just something to brace your weight on if necessary. Transferring the weight to the right side, and just very simply lift up that right knee 5 times. Transferring the weight to the other side, lifting up 5 times. Working your way up now to your hips, putting your hands on your hips as you have, and if you have, and what you have, and rolling the hips outward, to the left first, outward and around. 5 times. Looking for that tightness, looking for that discomfort. Does it exist? And if it does, make that connection. Be aware. And as you get to the other side now, rotate in the other direction, to the right 5 times. Feeling a little tightness myself in my hamstring as I do this. Bringing my torso around, back to center. Now very simply, as you can, as far as you can, and do what you can. Taking your hands together, bringing them down and around and up the other side and down and around, stretching out the lower back, up the other side, down and around, back again. Going now to the right, tracing those legs, identifying any discomfort that you may have, holding it in your awareness so that you can let it go, so that you know it's there. One final time. Now as you are, going to the right hand, as you can, as far high as you can, or as far wide as you can, bringing the arm around in a circle to the back and back the other way. Finding the right arm to the back. identifying any strain you may have. If you can't go all the way up, feel free to go out wide. Hands now on your hips, finding your head, bringing the head around and rolling in circles. No need to rush. Identifying any discomfort or pain you might not even knew you had. Back the other way. Now as you do, you might want to close your stance just a bit. Go ahead and bring those hands up over your head as best you can, if you can, as you can, and do what you can. Reaching high. And as you do, push the feet into the ground if you can. Reaching high. Bringing the hands together. Tilting to one side. And to the center, tilting to the other, and to the center. Bringing the hands down now in front of you, clasping the fingers together, drawing the shoulders out as if you were hugging a tree, and put the head down. Taking the hands behind you, forming the exact same position, clasped fingers together and drawing the shoulders back. And back down to center. And as you stand in this space, feeling a little more limber, take a moment to just find any discomfort. Call it out if you can. Identify it. My lower back. A little tightness in my hamstring. And now we're coming back to center. And we're reaching our hands up high as you can, and if you can, and do what you can. Reaching high, stretching high. And as you do, push your legs down, your feet into the ground, and clasping the hands together, tilting to one side, back to center, and to the other, back to center, bringing the hands down now directly in front of you and clasping the fingers in front of you as if you're hugging a tree and reaching down the head and pulling out the shoulders. Letting go and bringing the hands around, performing the same act behind you, clasping the fingers and drawing the shoulders back. Center. Scan the body from head to toe, from toe to head. Identify if there's anything there that's new, anything you might not have realized was there before in tension, in strain and discomfort. And be ready for the next step, which is to deeply breathe.